Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you.
Hey, nice to meet you
Hey,
too.
Congrats on the front room. I thought it was great.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was great. And Brandy, I was going to ask, how did it feel for you to return to the horror thriller genre of cinema?
It felt great, even though the role was completely different, a lot more challenging for me. I wanted to do a role that really pushed me as an actress and work with a great cast that could bring out the best in me and work with directors that could do the same. So very blessed to play Belinda.
Of course, yes, it was a wonderful performance. And same to you,
Thank
Kathryn Solange. I mean, I feel like you've been stealing the show and everything I've seen you in recently, the tragedy of Macbeth and then Andor and Poor Things and now this. And so I was curious for you, Kathryn, I was curious how Solange maybe compared to these recent standout characters you've also played, if Solange was particularly challenging given her uniqueness or anything
I,
come to mind.
I was aided and abetted by a very well written script. Do you know what I mean? She
Yeah.
really kind of leapt off the page, and
Mhm.
that's such a gift. The big challenge in as an actor is when you get a poor script and you just have to kind of rev it up out of some kind of corner. But
Mhm.
this was so fully written, and Sam and Max also shared stories with me of their grandfather
Yeah.
who came into their home when they were teenagers and was battling with his all the kind of his preconceptions, but politically, socially, his fury at getting old. So boy, was I kind of fed in that sense to create her, and then playing with Brandy and Andrew, that was a gift of because that's where you really find your character
Mhm.
when you start to play the situation. We had a gift of rehearsal time as well.
Yes.
So that was great and fun. We kind of turned to each other despite the heavy themes and said, "This is quite funny, isn't
Yes, it is.
it?" Did you find it
Yeah.
funny?
Well, I mean, people in the theater were laughing, but like in a good way, like people were just, kind of like, yeah. Because I think, and that's sort of my next question, Brandy, it's such a unique story, but there are so many, like I'm a new parent myself, and
Oh,
I,
Yes.
I've dealt with sort of the family woes of, what comes with a newborn, and everyone has
Yes.
their opinions on things. So I was curious for you playing Belinda, were you, did you find yourself tapping into, I don't know, any sort of personal experiences and playing
Of
Belinda?
course. I'm a mother and I remember what it was like to have a newborn, but adding that to taking care of my mother-in-law, that was a lot for me as a character. I know that was so challenging for me to be present as a mom and then to also be sort of like another mom to the Solange character to
mm,
to play both. My character was just completely exhausted and
mm.
trying to find her way, trying to find her voice, trying to find her integrity, her dignity, all of that. And you just go on this journey with her till she finally gets to liberation.
Of course. Yeah, it was wonderful. And yeah, I think a lot of people can relate to, her struggles. So yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. I was also going to ask full disclosure, Brandy. I still know what you did last summer on DVD.
Oh,
I
wow. Wow.
had the box set, the first two, and I hear
Thank
that.
you.
Oh yeah, it was great. I've seen it many times, and I hear they're making some sort of legacy sequel, and the director says that your movie is going to tie into it somehow. So I was curious if you'd ever have any interest in being a part of that project.
I never heard the two tying into each other, but I definitely have been in talks with seeing if I can be a part of the new I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. That would be awesome.
That would be great. I mean, yeah, I'm such a
I
fan of the
might.
franchise.
I didn't die, so I might as well come on back.
Exactly. Exactly. And Kathryn, I mean, you're keeping so busy and everything. I mean, this was such a wonderful performance. And, there's the movie everyone's talking about, Megalopolis, coming out. Is there anything you can share about that? I can't wait to see it.
I think what Francis has done is uh, incredibly bold. So, so don't go expecting, in inverted commas, vintage Coppola, because I think the amazing thing about Francis, who I believe is nearly 84, is that he wants to explore. So, it's kind of set in a kind of New York of the future, stroke ancient Rome. It's sci-fi, it's naturalism, and what's truly extraordinary in a man of his legendary status and is that at his age, what comes out is hope for humanity. So
Beautiful.
it is amazing. And on our first Zoom with Francis before coming on board, that poured out of him as if he was a 25-year-old. I was just like so touched. But it's very experimental, and I think people will be challenged and enjoy.
Of course. Well, I can't wait to see that, and I can't wait for everyone to see the front room. So, congratulations again to the both of you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so much.
much.
Thank you.